Sir, now the next one, illegal argument exception. Regarding what is this one? Illegal argument exception. Do you know illegal argument exception is the child class of runtime exception, which is the child of exception, and which is the child of throwable. Remember this. Sir, now runtime exception and its child classes are checked exceptions. Regarding runtime exception and its child classes are unchecked exception. Obviously, illegal argument exception is also unchecked exception. First thing, sir, when we will get illegal argument exception? Very simple, sir. Argument, illegal argument. So usually we are passing arguments to methods and constructors. Correct, right? To methods and constructors. If we are invoking a method with the illegal argument, then we will get illegal argument exception. The name itself indicates we are calling a method with the illegal argument. Then obviously we are going to get illegal argument exception. Sir, best example here, observe. I want to create a thread object. Okay, thread T is equal to new thread I'm taking. Just I'm creating thread object. Right? For every thread, sir, priority concept is applicable. Okay, the default priority is the 5 is the default priority. What is the valid range of thread priorities? 1 to 10. Regarding what is the valid range of thread priorities? 1 to 10. By mistake, if you are trying to set the priority with other than this 1 to 10, then immediately, so we are going to get illegal argument exception. Observe that. Sir, I want to set a priority. T dot set priority. T dot set priority. We are calling which method? Respond. We are calling which method? Set priority method. Set priority. What is the argument, sir? Suppose I am taking 10. Acceptable, because 10 within the range of 1 to 10 acceptable. Now I am taking T dot set priority. T dot set priority of 100. So we are calling set priority method with the illegal argument. We are calling set priority method with the illegal argument. Then immediately we are going to get illegal argument exception. Remember this one. What that exception we are going to get, sir? Illegal argument exception we are going to get. Let me execute this code. Have a look once, sir. Observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. So now I am taking a simple example. Okay, thread I am taking. Let me create thread that is equal to new thread. Thread is equal to new thread I am taking. Sir, now T dot set priority. T dot set priority of 10. 10 perfectly acceptable. Okay, let me compile. Yes, friends. Happily the code compiles fine. Let me run. Yes, it's valid. We are not going to face any compile time error or runtime exception, right? Now, sir, I want to set the priority as 100. Now have a look once. What is that exception we are going to get at runtime? Illegal argument exception. What is this exception, sir? Exception in thread main. Illegal argument exception we are going to get. So the important point what you have to be aware when you are going to get illegal argument exception, if we are calling a method with the inappropriate argument or with the illegal argument, then we will get what? Illegal argument exception. Clear? Sir, now the next one, what I have to explain? Number format exception. Okay. Sir, do you know, just now we discussed about illegal argument exception. Number format exception is the direct child class of illegal argument exception. Sir, it is also illegal argument only. How it is the illegal argument? With example I will discuss, don't worry. This illegal argument exception is the child class of runtime exception, which is the child of exception, which is the child of throwable. You know this hierarchy, sir. So runtime exception and its child classes are unchecked. Okay, well, it is unchecked exception. When you will get number format exception, we are trying to convert string to the number. I am trying to convert string to the number, but the string is not properly formatted. It is not representing a number. Then we will get number format exception. So whenever we are trying to convert string to the number, but the string not representing a number, it is not properly formatted, then we will get number format exception. What it means? Observe carefully, sir. Here int I is equal to integer dot parse int of integer or parse int of, here just some string you have to pass. Regarding just I am calling parse int method, which argument I am passing? String. Sir, what value is there? 10. It is a number only. That's why we never going to face a problem. So we are converting string to the number, and the string representing number only. No issue at all. Acceptable, right? Suppose I am taking int I is equal to integer dot parse int of, here I am taking instead of 10 ten I am taking. Oh, string is not a number. Ten, normal word, it is not a number. You are trying to convert string to the number, but the string is not properly formatted, then obviously you are going to get number format exception. Are you getting that? What is that exception? Number format exception we are going to get, sir. Okay, let me execute this code. Observe carefully. Here int I is equal to integer dot parse int of 10 I am taking. Int I is equal to integer dot parse int of 10 like this I am taking. Now it is a valid. Up to this it's a valid. The code compiles fine. The code runs fine. We are not facing any problem at all, sir. Now I am trying to take ten. Okay, ten like this I am taking. So int j is equal to, because I variable already I used, int j is equal to integer dot parse int of ten. The code compiles fine. But at runtime exception in thread main, number format exception for input string ten. Are you getting? Number format java.lang number format exception for input string ten, like we are going to get. So whenever we are trying to convert string to the number, but if the string is not properly formatted, then obviously we will get number format exception. Sir, have you remembered? Number format exception is the direct child class of illegal argument exception, because it's also illegal argument. Very simple. If you want to observe carefully, here it is the legal argument to this method. But this one is not a legal argument. It is always expecting a number, but you provided ten. It is not legal argument. That's why number format exception by default illegal argument exception only. That's why it is the direct child class of illegal argument exception. Clear, right? Sir, the ninth one, illegal state exception. Sir, the name itself indicates, have you observed, right? Illegal state exception. Sir, it is the child class of runtime exception. Which is the child class of exception? Of course, it is the child class of throwable. Okay, so this one is unchecked, because runtime exception and its child classes are unchecked, right? Now the next, when we are going to get this illegal state exception? Very simple, sir. If you are calling a method at a wrong time, remember this one, if we are calling a method at a wrong time, then we will get a illegal state exception. Best example to understand, sir, a small analogy I want to tell. A person is sleeping, a person happily sleeping, sir. I will go there, I will call, Ray, wake up, shall we go for movie? I want to ask, can you please wake up? Like, yes, definitely he is going to wake up. He is going to convey whether interested, not interested, like he is going to convey that. So calling wake up method on the sleeping person acceptable, no problem, right? Suppose assume that a person is dead. Are you getting? A person is dead, sir. Now I am going there. Array, please wake up. Shall we go for movie? Like this. Array, calling wake up method on sleeping person acceptable. Calling wake up method on the dead person not acceptable. Are you getting? Then immediately we are going to get illegal state exception. You are calling wake up method at a wrong time. It is not correct time to call. That's why we are going to get what? Illegal state exception. Okay, like, sir, let me go for a small example, sir, to get basic idea, basic idea sake, so that you will get much clarity, sir. A thread, I just created a thread. Observe very carefully, sir. I'm taking thread T is equal to thread. A thread object got created. Now I'm trying to start T dot start. Happily thread started. Its life already started, sir. Again I'm trying to restart the same thread. I'm trying to restart the same thread. T dot start again. Immediately we are going to get runtime exception saying illegal thread state exception. Illegal thread state exception. Like this we are going to get. So calling start method at the beginning acceptable, but calling start method at a later point of time, so immediately we are going to get illegal thread state exception. So once a thread started, we are not allowed to restart the same thread again. By mistake, if you are trying to restart the same thread again, we are going to get what? Illegal thread state exception, because we are calling start method at the wrong time. Because this thread already started, how you can restart? Like, we are going to get illegal thread state exception. Have a look once. Observe carefully, sir. Here I'm taking here just have a look once, sir. Thread T is equal to new thread. Thread T is equal to new thread T dot start. Perfect, sir. It is acceptable. We are not going to get any exception or any error. Happily the code compiles fine. Have you observed, right? We are not going to get any error or any exception because it is the valid. Now T dot start again. Now I'm taking T dot start again. If I can take a T dot start again, now observe, the code compiles fine. There is no problem at all. But at runtime, we are getting what? Illegal thread state exception. We are going to get this one, sir. So we are calling start method at a wrong time. Are you getting? We are calling start method at a wrong time. That's why illegal thread state exception we are going to get. Similarly, let me go for one more example so that you will get much clarity, sir. Suppose assume I have one array list is there, sir. Array list of string L is equal to new array list of string is there. I created one array list object to hold string objects, right? Sir, L dot add of A, next L dot add of B, L dot add of B, L dot add of C. I added 3 string objects, right? Next my target is iterator. ITR is equal to L dot iterator. ITR is equal to L dot iterator. Now I got the iterator to get objects one by one. Next while okay, ITR dot has next. Sir, if the next element is available, can you please get that next element? Like, sir, now system dot r obj is equal to ITR dot next. I'm asking. Assume that, sir, ITR dot next. Now I got the object. I want to remove this object. No problem, sir. ITR dot remove. Acceptable, sir. No problem itself. Sir, got the next object. Can you please remove that current object? Acceptable, right? By mistake, if I didn't call next, sir, I didn't call next. You didn't get the object, but still you are calling remove method. So which object I have to remove? If you comment this line, you didn't get the object. Without getting the object, now you are asking about remove. Array, can you please remove the object? Array, which object I have to remove? I didn't have any object. You are calling remove method at wrong time. Immediately we are going to get illegal state exception. If you want, just have a look once, sir. Observe carefully about this code. Here see this, see these codes are import java.util start. Okay, next array list L is equal to new array list L dot add of a b c iterator while itr dot has the next like this I'm asking. So now here just obj is equal to itr dot next. So just remove that object system.out.println of L. Okay, now have a look once, sir. At the beginning, what is the content of the L? At the beginning, what is the content of the L? After this iterator, what is the content? Now have a look once, sir. The code compiles fine. Here the code compiles fine. Obj is equal to here object obj is equal to like this. Now observe. Now have a look once. Happily the code compiles fine. Sir, at the beginning ABC, but now we are going to get just empty. Are you getting at the beginning ABC, but now we are going to get after iteration, now we are getting empty, sir. Sir, now without asking next element, I'm asking about itr.remove. Are which element I have to remove? So I'm not calling next. Without calling next, how you can talk about remove? First to remove one object you have to get, but you didn't get that object, but simply remove meaningless. Are you getting? That's why you are calling this remove method at the wrong time. That's why we are going to get which exceptions are illegal state exception we are going to get. Observe carefully here. Here see this one. The code compiles fine, no problem, but at runtime, exception in thread main java.lang illegal state exception we are going to get. Okay, so if we are calling a method at the wrong time, inappropriate time, then we are going to get which exceptions are illegal state exception. Clear for all of you, right? So now the 10th one, assertion error. Okay, especially this error we are going to get while performing debugging whenever we are using assert statements. Remember that. Sir, assertion error is the child class of error. Assertion error is the child class of error. It is unchecked, sir. Sir, when assertion error will be raised? Whenever assert statement fails. Regarding while performing debugging, if assert statement fails, then we will get assertion error. Just basic ideas, sir. If you in the assertions concept we will discuss, but anyway for our certification it's not required. Just aware that. Here observe that. Suppose I'm taking int x is equal to 10. So if everything goes fine, here x value should be greater than 10. Assume that. So to check that condition, I'm taking assert of x should be greater than 10. Regarding assert of x should be greater than 10. Like this I'm taking, sir. So if everything goes fine, here x value should be what? Greater than 10. So this condition fails. Here this assert statement fails. Then immediately we are going to get assertion error. Okay, in the assertions concept I will explain, but certification point of view you can ignore. Just aware assertion error. If assert statement fails, then we are going to get what? Assertion error. Just observe carefully, sir. Here I am taking same example. Int x is equal to 10, sir. If everything goes fine, compulsory here x value should be greater than 10. If everything goes fine, here compulsory x value should be greater than 10. For that assert statement I am using, sir. Now my question is, observe very carefully about this. The code compiles fine. Okay, I am trying to execute. Yes, think a bit very carefully. If I am trying to execute, assert statement fails. What will happen? Can you please tell what will happen? Yes, whenever Java tester, immediately we are going to get so assertion error. But here I have observed we are not getting any assertion error. The reason for this is by default assert statements will be ignored. By default assertions are disabled. That's why assert statement not executed. I want to enable assertions. I want to enable assertions. How you can do that? -ea option we require to use. Observe carefully, sir. Sir, here Java -ea test. -ea test. EA means what? Enable assertions. Now assert statements also will be executed. Okay, now we are going to get what? Assertion error. Regarding Java data like that, assertion error. So when assertion error will be raised, if assert statement fails, then we are going to get what? Assertion error. Clear up to this?